Good evening and welcome. So Friday is here, and I was about to cancel, but I didn't. But I am going to cut the stream short, though. I wasn't going to cancel. I wouldn't do that to you, but I am going to cut the stream short because I'm going out. All right, and I still haven't had dinner yet, so I need to get some dinner before going out again, and I don't want to go out after midnight because then I turn into a pumpkin. Yeah. So we'll probably end around 11 instead, so it's going to be a 3 hour stream. But then again, Baked Beans will also only miss 3 hours of non cool content instead of 4 hours, so that's something, right? Uh, but I'm sure we'll manage. With anything, even if after open after PM, well, going out doesn't necessarily mean going out though. To a public place. I do actually hope that things close early, but that's a different matter. Got a party hard. Yeah. Party hard. Yeah. Uh, that's the school class party. No, not that. Then I would definitely be like, oh, sorry, I have to stream. So it's a matter of priorities. Now I'm just going out with some friends. They came out here earlier, and I was like, go away. I need to start working. But they're like, yeah, but what about? It's like, you go out. I'll come join you later. So, if I wait until midnight, getting out of here and taking the car out somewhere, then yeah, they're not probably gonna be beyond drunk and go straight into sleep. So yeah, I think it'll be a 3 hour stream, and then so I'm sure we'll cover that. Oh, maybe I'll just completely forget it. So let's let's see about that. So that's the plan for tonight. How are you guys doing? Well, it is so rare that I have plans out there. And aside from that, let me just be a bit depressing for a moment because I was not depressing for in the previous moment. Everything is going to shut down soon anyway, so might as well go out while things are still open. That is pretty much the attitude from everyone in it just around here. Like with the schools, like, oh yeah, let's organize it soon because school's gonna shut down soon anyway. And everyone's like, yeah, this probably is. Does that mean we can get to bed? You can get to bed. Yes, you can. I mean, I don't think there's any obligation. Um, also had to cancel some appointments with other people because yeah, it's just fucked up. I think there are 4 out of the 10 classes in my kids' school that are sent home. So I mean, 4 out of 10 classes, and none of my kids' classes are. That's a bit lucky, but last week it was one, now it's the fourth, and probably next week it's just all of them. So yeah, kids are barely learning anything as it is. Oh, I don't know. Not prepared to do remote teaching. I think it's good. I don't know. I think that I'm biased. I really enjoy having the kids home for school. Of course, not forever and ever, but I think it's so enjoyable. Just having them around more and just spending time with them during the day and just I love it. I don't know. I'm not. I know it's a hot take. It's taboo that you're not supposed to like having your kids around during the day because you got to do work, but I really enjoy it. I think it's so nice that waking up just nice and quiet, just enjoying the morning, no rush about getting out to school, just having they'll just settle in with their remote schooling and they'll help each other out, and then I'll go make some videos, and then I'll come talk to them, and then we'll make some lunch together. It's so nice. It's only all my daytime dating I have to cancel, so that's not a lot. So yeah. Always done. See you on Sunday. All right, baked beans. Take care. BC is getting BC British Columbia. Oh right, yeah, BC British Columbia. I'd heard something about the getting transfers for next. Yeah. Ah, okay. I don't think that's a fair thing. Just throwing like BC out there, and then I'm supposed to be guessing what state of what country that is an abbreviation for. But I did that for you, Tegabar. I did that for you. Because I sometimes pay attention. I don't know. I knew you would know. Yeah, okay. That's a bit of a stretch, but okay. So we have this game. Just have that the timer. My masters is anyways. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Anyway, I think we'll just dive into the game and see how it is gonna treat us tonight. I have big plans. It looks like it's loading. Looking good. Looking good. And could I do that? I think I should do that. I'm entering semester 3 of all online classes. I wasn't planning for that, but making the best of it. Yeah, that's one of the things. Like if you're a student, I don't know, some of you are probably students, and it sucks so many ways. Oh, that doesn't suck. Things that don't suck for 400. I don't know. New patrons, is it? No, it's not a new patron.
Another loyal.
It's not a new patron. Okay, stop trolling me, patron, because there's nothing new on Patreon. Why do you? It was twice. It just spammed it.
Another loyal devotee.
I guess the API is just.
Another loyal devotee.
It would be nice. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I'm going to turn that off because I think that what has happened is that it has just decided, you know what, we've been missing like 200 updates. There we go. We'll just spam those. Look at that. Ah, more patrons. Ah! All right, so if anyone decides to patronize me, I don't think that's the word. Anyway, then I won't see it right now. I just unfortunately disabled all notifications, so I'm gonna have to be yeah. It's 100 per, yeah. Well, this is our 60 science per second build. Maybe they did a last minute Friday patch. Yep, or Streamlabs. There we go. We already have our first misery. Yep. All right. It's back to the greens. What a surprise! It's the green circuits, green science that's not great. Oh wow, it's really not good. It's not even. None of them are keeping up. All right, green circuits it is. I'm gonna go to our planet overview. Right. What I was talking about. So just for if you are a student, I really feel for you. And people who are not students, they don't really seem to get how awful it is to be a student in these days. And I think in a place where you also pay for it. I mean, first, if you're in a country where school is not cheap, then your parents have been saving up for ages to get you to college, and all you get is a fucking team viewer meeting. That is definitely not what you paid for. Definitely not. And I'm pretty sure they somehow are not going to give you a rebate for delivering 10% of the quality that you were supposed to be getting. That sucks. But it also sucks. Assume you, yeah. It's just, I mean, they can do it as good as they can, and that's fine, but it's just nowhere near the experience of being at a university. Let me see. And then the second part is, if you're at a university, at that stage in your life, that's when you make all the friends, do all the stupid shit that you're going to regret. I mean, you're going to be looking back at when you're my age and go like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Or I can't believe I did that. I don't know. That's all them good memories you're supposed to do. And that's not the same back on if you're on a, let me see where we're correlated. If you're on a Zoom meeting, you just can't be doing as stupid stuff on a Zoom meeting as you can in real life, and as you should for all intents and purposes. So yeah, that sucks. Ah, we didn't get it. I have to make it clicked. Correlated. Thank you to all the patrons who are still probably just joining there. Hey, Wild, there you go. It's you. So there's a planet here somewhere. You're a planet. We're going to your planet because you are not picking up your slack. You are not doing your thing. Yep. So we need to go over there and berate you. Oh, where was take a word? Everything I click on Patreon is giving me 500 errors. So clearly Patreon is broken right now. Cool. I mean, not cool, but thanks. Oh, it's up there. Where is it? Oh, that's still pretty far away. Oh, look at how busy this star is. The planet. Oh, that's very short jump. So, Wild, this is your planet. Yeah, something about being understaffed and over. All I hear is you are lacking the motivation necessary in our line of business. You are a underperforming planet, for sure. But as any good corporate worker, if you are not performing, what is the first thing you do? It's that guy's fault. It's the guy who was supposed to send me the particle containers. He didn't send his particle containers on time, so I what can I do? I'm waiting for the particle containers. Good life functions. I'm sorry to all the gaming experience. Yeah, I know. But I mean, I can relate. I played World of Warcraft during my most of my university years, so it's kind of the same thing as not really being there. Somehow, I still managed to do a lot of crazy shit, but I don't know how that happened. Okay, so oh, there we go. I would expect that this is the one that's actually failing, but it isn't. It doesn't. Oh. Nope, it's still quantum chips. Well, it's this one is failing on on green lenses. This one's failing on quantum chips. I mean, can you decide how you're failing? Right, naturally. Yeah. Processors. Really? We fixed that last time. Did I load the right save? It's good. Everything here is good, except that one. Why is that not good? This should be crisp. Well, processors are exactly as we would expect. They are fully utilized. This one is also fully utilized, and then these should be working better than they are. It's only 2,000 plus, well, 2,000 there plus 2,000 there. Yeah, processors it seems. Okay, let's think. So we now have two things that are not working. We need more particle containers, and we need more silicon. We'll start with the silicon because that should be easy. That's Ace Call 2 there, I think. I think we simply do not have enough. Simply don't have enough here. Oh, I missed my planet. And then we need to build a location that is range utilization 20. Looking good. Looking good. They're coming in, well, less slow. Boom. Ah! How the hell did that happen? What? Don't we agree that we just looked at this? We just looked at all of these being idle, or being... What? Okay, I guess. I guess that's if that's your excuse for not pulling your weight, then okay, I'll deal with that. Now I'm completely cutting it off. Maybe I shouldn't do that. There. Let's see if we can find the... Oh, there it is. Do we think it works? No, it probably doesn't work. It's still broken. Oh, it's level 3 then. Ah, it works. Nice. Do we have this? Nope. We'll take that one as well. Nope. But they did not fix the blueprints. They're still broken. It's the inner one that's broken, primarily. But if the inner one is broken, then it still sucks. What we're doing here, we're doing a smelting location. Huh. So it did have enough. Okay, never mind. Right, let's have a look at this one. Oh no. Let's get rid of that one. That's not friendly. Why nothing on this belt? Oh. No. That makes no sense. Definitely a problem there. Ah, there we go. That was... Who built that, by the way? It's still broken in the blueprint. Since last time and no one's fixed it in the meantime, I am disappointed in all of you. And to be honest, I don't bother fixing this until they fix the blueprint. The blueprinting, because blueprint is still pretty broken, so probably won't be fixed, to be honest. Was the silicon that wasn't open because the distance was 3.8? Yeah, that might be it. So that could be something we could look at as well. going. And do we get anything out here? Yes, they're coming. Good evening, Fred. Is this for antimatter power? It's for power. There we go. Generation capacity increased, but also the consumption decreased. Let's see. Oh, that's not how it is in this game. Well, I think we might have part of the reason why things are not working here. An acute lack of ore coming in. That's not great, because I really thought we had enough ore in this location. This one had... oh, not that one. This is the 29 million. Can we have another one? This one has 50 million silicon, and we have the 29 here. Yeah, that's not much actually. Oh, the Jacks, thank you for your subscription for 3 months. Let's see if I can enable it again and see if Patreon still goes crazy. There. Alright, let's enable our alert box, and then if anything happens, we'll notice that it works. Cool, but in the meantime, if I miss a subscription, then do shout it out. Is it a mining problem? That's the one I want to see. I want to see if it's a mining problem. This... oh, hold on. There are 2 locations out here, right? There's Wild with the 29, and there's Ning. And they both have it. Okay, so let's go to Wild and see. So, even though Wild was missing it, then it seems to be also Wild that's causing the problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's not being mined. That one, let's see. I mean, it's working, it's just not working fast enough. It's not full 4 belts. Let's see how much this one is producing. It's covering 8 and it's doing 720 per minute. Who knows what that is? 12 per second? Yeah, it's not much. It's not much. Plus 12 per second. So even though these two are good, then it's only 24 per second. It's just not enough. I think that's the essence of it, right? It's just not enough. I'm gonna need at least twice as much to... There are other vessels warping between planets within the system. Intended? Warping between planets in the system. Yes, that's intended. That's exactly what I do. Joyce working from home. Yeah, I can yell at you. If you come here away from work and just want to settle in, nice evening, and here I am, just start yelling at you for not doing your job. It sucks. No, I've set all of the setups for warping between the system. I set the minimum to warp to 3, so that they should be warping here primarily. I don't know why they're not all warping. They really should be. There, these ones. I don't know why stuff like that is not warping, and I don't know how to find it. Let's see. So, what are we gonna do about this? Lorenzo. I don't know what there, but maybe jump over to Lorenzo and see. This looks like we have at least 3 planets. So let's jump over to Lorenzo. It's not that far away. It's only 6 light years away. So let's see if we can find some silicon over there. Maybe make some, either mine some silicon and make it available, or something to that effect. Or make some silicon locally and then send it off as finished product. That would be better, actually. Yeah, fractal silicon is unfortunately not useful for what we need. There. What? Why are we not getting the value? Is it because we're outside the system? Ah, out! Damn it. Yeah, we got it. There. 28. It's not a lot, but you know, if probably not this one. BGOP does not have a lot of stuff. Coal, but that's it. Brickbat has 7 million and that has 18 million. We can mine 18 million, right? We can mine 18 million. Oh my god, I'm falling into the sun. Run away! Could find them in space. That's really difficult. I tried, but I failed. It is finding a single spaceship in space is a lot worse than a needle in a haystack. Ah, look at that! Look at that! The horror. We've already done it, and it's not working. Ah, look at that! It's already doing exactly what I wanted to do. Well, the good thing is someone actually did this already, but the bad thing is that it's not enough then. Wow. What the hell's wrong with silicon? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We could tap another one. That's pretty close to that one. I think we already have something in this location. I think we have something on this one. That's a gas giant. I think we've tapped this one since it's active. But we need to figure out how much we have. Let's go there. Unfortunately, it will not have a name. And get out of the gravity well. If everything that I mine is being removed, then more ships will not do anything, even if they take a long time in transport. Right now, it's simply a matter of I don't have enough mined and processed. There is the point that this could be mined and going to Sabatron, and then at that location we might have enough. Up. 41. Oh, that's worth mining. Yep, that one. With all the building games you play, I haven't seen you try Satisfactory. Tried it. About 700 hours, most of it on stream, rest of it on YouTube. So that's going to be a yes. it's also it's both on YouTube and yeah. But it's one of those things where when there's a new release and that's a new content for Satisfactory, I enjoy playing it. But then at some point you just can't play it anymore because it just becomes the same and it's super grindy. And the game slows down, and then you're just going, okay, so if I don't want to do this, then now it's going to be like the next 3 streams will be only setting up oil. And I just don't think that's super enjoyable for me or for you. I like the idea of building a mega base in Satisfactory and like building something gigantic, but then I start building it and then I realize that it's going to take so long time that I lose patience with it. And then I decide other things are better to play. But, I mean, this time I actually ended Satisfactory to start playing Dyson Sphere again because the Milky Way update was coming out. And if the Milky Way update hadn't come out, then I probably would have played a bit longer. Not a lot longer, but a bit longer. They may have fixed the blueprint. No, I don't think so. Oh, no, I don't have enough. I mean, they can't have fixed it without a new release, and I have not gotten a new release here. I'm stuck on Wolvers now in God of War. Oh yeah, they suck. 2 ways. 2 ways. Stun lock or ranged. So they have a lot of unblockable attacks. So getting in close combat, they will just tear you to shreds. So instead, I would say you can actually quite comfortably take them from range and just shoot at them, shoot at their legs preferably. Throw the axe at their legs. They will stumble, and then they probably go like, rah, rah, and they just keep shooting, and they won't get to you, probably. Or you have your special attacks depending on where in the game you are, and then you stun lock them to deadness. How many hours to spend this Dyson Sphere save? Oh. 145. Oh, that's adding it to an already existing. That's not what I wanted. Oh, right, it's right here. Yeah. Which is something I don't like. I don't think this should be here. I don't really understand the reason why you display my time and the playtime in the game. I don't understand that. And at least give us the option of disabling it. I find it annoying. I mean, just could have answered the question for us, but still. This one's latest Ghost of Tsushima, and now here. Oh, you did! Hey, you're one of the 3 people actually watching it. Nice. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Okay, so here's the. Sometimes I comment that when there's a biased comment, when there are thousands of people but 3 comments, and then they are negative, and then, or maybe there are hundreds of comments and 3 of them are negative, and then I sort of drill down this. In this case, thank you. It actually means a lot to me when I know that I'm playing a game that most of the community don't care about, and a lot of the community just go like, I don't care about it, they just move on, whatever. That's fine. But actually some people just take the time and say, that's okay, I might not be interested, but feel free to do that. I'll be hanging around for the other stuff. And go like, thank you. And again, whoops, this is really unrepresentative because of course it's 1% who will actually comment, but it's still something that it gives me a really good impression because I extrapolate and assume that's the general attitude of people. So sometimes it's actually a good thing when you get like few comments and then you can extrapolate. So if it's a good comment, I go like, Yeah, you do you. Keep on. Keep doing what you do. Oh my god, thank you. Looking forward to Riftbreaker when it's finally released? Maybe. I guess I am, but yeah. Reshaping Mars, yeah, they sent me some keys. I don't really know what to do about Reshaping Mars. Is it good? Is it worth it? For my girlfriend in playing Factorio. On her first playthrough, she is just getting yellow signs going, and she showed me her base. She was saying how she was having issues with it, looked around, and had one red belt of copper total for her base. Yeah. Yeah. The latest video had 143. Yeah, and if that was a Factorio video, it would have 4,000 views. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy difference. There. Maybe that will help be better. No. There's no good way of just getting this one to fill up. Actually, I don't think I need more than this. Okay, we do the trip here. Yeah, so in the Ghost of Tsushima, it is probably the most punishing game I've played in terms of difficulty. I think it's the most difficult game I played. Not really combat style. I don't know how to say that in the movie. It is maybe not the most difficult, but the most punishing, most unforgiving. That's the word. The most unforgiving game I played. For the 143 people who actually watched it, you're probably gonna be like, looks easy, just slash 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 slash. But if you do one mistake, you start over. Now it's not punishing in the same way as God of War. As in Dark Souls or Souls game where you have to start over and lose a lot of things. You don't do that, but you just don't progress. And you have to redo the fight. So you can sort of be lucky and get it, but generally it is super unforgiving, the fight. Any unblockable attack will kill you. So if you see an unblockable attack and you do not dodge it, you're dead if it hits you. That is not how it usually works in Souls games. Then it's like, you can take one of those, but that's it. I will say you've become my default go-to for any factory play capability game. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's also my intention. Thank you, the Jacks. I really appreciate it. And that is honestly also what I want. And then my idea is that I'll have my genre, that's factory games that I dive deep in, and then I'll have the other stuff that's more flavorful. That's more where people can go like, yeah, well, it's not really my cup of tea. But I also think that if I just build these, do these kind of, well, dare I say, intellectual games, I think it's also going to be, I don't know, sometimes it's just a different feeling I want from a gaming experience, right? This one is nice and relaxing, and there's a certain flow to it. Just go around, and I know what to do, and I know how to do it, but there isn't these spikes of excitement and frustration and stress and overcoming adversity. It's more like this slow, meticulous, we build something and now we put it together and it works. So it's a different kind of satisfaction that I get from fighting games, to say that. Master MSC, thank you for the Prime for 7 months. Yeah, so what are we doing here? We are doing that thing. So we can now stamp down this little blueprint. Oops. Oh no, I forget the stuff that I always forget. Damn. That one should have been like this. I would be suspect of any new player who built on spaghetti. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hold on, let me just check something. I want to see if there are more views on my... Why do people do that? On my... On the video I linked yesterday. I'm just going to clickety-click through it and just want to see the old one. It's so difficult to go to the community tab. Maybe. Ah, there's 2 dislikes. How can you dislike my first Factorio video? I just wanted to see if... Oh, sorry. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so... I just clicked on the statistics for my first... For my very first YouTube video. And the one I linked in the Twitter thing yesterday. And the views are like this. Yesterday. 1,000 views yesterday and no views for the last 4 years. Yep, that's actually interesting. Let me just see if lifetime. And last year at exactly the same time it also had a few more views because I think I shared it there as well. Interesting. Every year I can share it and then see more views coming in. That's so funny. Oh no, it's not monetized. Let me hurry up and monetize it. I can make big bucks on this one. Ah, I must have missed, like, I'm sorry, I'm just doing YouTube updating now. There we go. There we go. Now I'm gonna make at least $1 more on that one. Can't believe that. Can't believe that. And there we go. In the meantime, this one has done what it should. I needed that one. There. Never understood why there are people that just downvote for the hell of it. I always almost wonder if it's people you're competing with for views. I don't think so. I could imagine in some communities, but I don't think the Factorio community is like, I don't know. I don't think Exterminator is going around downvoting my videos. I sincerely doubt it, or anyone else for that matter. I just don't think that's how the Factorio community is working. Maybe Catherine Sky is downvoting my hop video because it's not a mall video. No, but I think generally I just think it's someone who expected something else. Like maybe you get promoted a video because of random YouTubeness and you go like, what the hell is this guy? Ugh, he's boring, he's whatever, dislike. I think it's mainly that. It could also be like very specific things. But then again, in the grand scheme of things, likes and dislikes have supposedly exactly the same impact. It's engagement. It's just YouTube algorithm says, some people are interacting with it. That means it's not just casually passively viewing, but they're actually doing stuff. That's at least how it's hypothesized. Some people just like to watch the world burn. Yeah, if you like to watch the world burn and you spend your time downvoting videos on YouTube, then be my guest. feel free to download my videos instead of setting the world ablaze for your own entertainment. Newbie authors certainly go around downvoting other authors so the algorithm promote their own stuff. I'm sure they do, but then again, and who knows? Maybe some people do that as well. I don't know. The thing is, like, this is the one thing with YouTube and content creation in general, is that to a very, very large extent, you're not. It's a blue ocean strategy. It's more of than a red ocean strategy. The growth of one creator does not mean the demise of another creator. That's very rare, because there are plenty of views out there for all of us, and more content creators is healthy for the community. Of course, all of you can only watch me, or maybe Clowntown is the one who's. Are you going around downloading my videos? It's probably Clowntown. I mean, that guy. Now, a thriving community is much more healthy than. I mean, for example, Dyson Sphere program, completely dead category, completely dead. Oh, I'll explain that, Natonius. That guy, yeah. It is such a shame. On the one hand, it's nice to be one of the largest content creators doing a regular Dyson Sphere program. But on the other hand, I'd much rather have that there were more people, because there would also be more viewers, and there would be sort of more interest in the game. So, yeah. But DSP is dead. If you judge by Twitch viewership, then yes, it is. Right, so red ocean, blue ocean, it's a classic business strategy. You don't want to do red ocean. Red ocean is filled with sharks eating each other. That's basically, it's a zero-sum game. In order for me to win something, you have to lose something. Where it's a shark-infested water where you compete for the same resources. Or a blue ocean, that's when you go out and cultivate a new market that wasn't there before. And that's what you always should, well, not always, not everyone always, right? But it is much better, because from a perspective, you can set your own pricing if you don't have any direct competitors. So that's why almost every company that offers a product tries so hard to differentiate themselves by branding and by product choices and all that stuff, in order for you to feel like a Samsung phone and an Apple phone are not equivalent. It's not because you can choose one or the other. It's just like, no, an Apple phone is just a superior product, so there is no choice, and therefore Apple can charge whatever the hell they want, because people believe that. When I was buying my Samsung Galaxy something, old one, how old is it? When I went to a phone accessory store and asked if they have Panzer Glassrod, he looked at it and go like, no. That's how old it is, and I just bought it. So I went to a phone store and I was like, so this one. What do I get more for the one that's $150 more? And the clerk in the store, she was like, it's a bit bigger.
Welcome back.
Has a better camera. Like, you know what? My pockets haven't gotten bigger, so this is already too big. And if I'm taking selfies, this thing is not gonna get better in HD or with 7 cameras on. So no. Hey Samsai, thank you for the 5 months. And so I was like, okay, so you did not persuade me why I should buy it. But it was quite clear that They were not used to explaining the difference in the phone. It's just like, oh, you want a phone? Here's the newest, most expensive one. It can fold and it is made of rubber and it has corners and edged corners and 17 different cameras. And it's like, okay, whatever. I don't get it. It's a phone, right? I'm old, right? I know. I'm dating myself here. Back in my day, you had to go like to dial a phone number. And you had to remember it. Three, 4 years, I buy the latest and greatest. That way I actually get updated while I own it. Yeah. I mean, I think that, okay, so if you buy the latest and greatest every 3 to 5 years, right? That means you're paying a premium, but it's only the latest and greatest in the first 6 to 12 months. And then the rest of the time, it's still not the current model. So let's say you have it every 4 years, then only 25% of the time is it the newest model that is what you've paid for, but the rest of the time it's still like not a current model, old crap, junk. So when you buy it every 3 to 4 years, why buy the latest model? Why not buy the second tier model? Because it's going to be second tier the majority of its life anyway. Smelt it first. Nope. I actually don't want to do that. I don't have enough power to do that. That's the problem. You had to tell the operator who to connect to. Yes. I don't want to receive a phone that's no longer receiving security updates. Yeah, okay, that's not really the case. I can understand that. I don't know if it matters, but I can understand that. That's a logical reason. I can't attest to whether it's a reasonable reason, but it's a very logical argument. With that being said, well, anyway, I've had my old one. I was very happy with the old one. It's definitely better than the new one. The new one can probably do a lot more and take higher resolution selfies of this ugly mug, but it's bigger, and my pockets hasn't gotten any bigger since my last phone. But that's the main concern for me. I don't get why phones have to be so big. I was there asking, don't they have something smaller? I was like, nope, phones are this size today. This is the smallest one we get. What is today with just getting 7? I get 7 every single time. That is not acceptable. There. Just get a fanny pack, dude. Somehow, fanny packs were sort of for overweight, middle-aged tourists, and then suddenly it became a thing for teenagers. Kudos to the branding people doing that. Well done, Supreme. Well done indeed. I think it's I can imagine, I have no idea, right? But I can imagine like someone who's just really exceptional at marketing and go like, all right, give me something and I'll make it popular. Take the most cringe-worthy piece of accessory and I'll make it fashionable. Like, all right, gotcha. Fanny pack. All right, I'll take it. And then then you can. Then he comes back 2 years later and go like, all right, can I get a raise now? Like, yeah, I think you get a raise. That is exceptional marketing. Oh, the iPhone SE. Oh, so good. I don't know. I don't know, but I have a tough time seeing that it's him doing it, but more like someone paid him to wear some things and something, but I don't know. I don't follow fashion, as you can quite clearly see. That's 6. Then we just need 2 more. 7 and 8. I'm asking for a raise in 7 minutes. Alright, good luck, George. I guess we'll see later on if you get it or not. I guess you didn't, or maybe you did, listen to my advice on how to get a raise. I'll give you one advice, which is not going to help you in 7 minutes. There is one day you don't ask for a raise. That's the day of your salary negotiation. Really, really good advice I got from, I would say, kind of a mentor for me and early in my career. And first I was like, what? And it's true. The day you go in and have your salary negotiation, you're not going to change anything in most cases. You need to be setting the expectations every single day of the rest of the year, with your actions, with your demeanor, with all that stuff. Like, for example, my boss back in my corporate days noticed something on my phone that on my desk, that I suddenly had 2 phones, even though company provided a phone for me. And he was like, why do you have 2 phones? Isn't it complicated? And I was like, well, I'm not always gonna work here, so I thought I should get a phone that's just for myself. That, my friends, is salary negotiation, because that sent a very clear signal to him that there was nothing guaranteeing him that I would stay in the company, and that he would have to make sure that if he wanted me to stay, I had already done my work, so it wasn't sort of for convenience. I was already making it possible for me to go somewhere else. It's those kind of things. Like, I've been in a hiring position and firing position, and when I sit across the table and people go like, well, I've been performing really well and I really deserve a raise. And in my heart of hearts, yes, you deserve a raise. But I have a limited budget and you're not going to get it, because no matter if I don't give you anything, you're not going to leave. You can rattle your saber all you want. You're not going to leave. I know it. You've been with the company for 25 years. You're not going to suddenly find another job. So I don't need to give you a new job. Right? Just this. It's that part. You don't give people higher wages because they deserve it. You give them higher wages because then they don't go somewhere else. I know they can still deserve it, but there are definitely more people deserving a raise than gets a raise. And if I could, I would give much, much higher wages to the people that were working for me. But I didn't have that choice, so I had to weigh who were the most important ones. And they were the ones that I wanted to make sure that there's sort of 2 priorities, right? I wanted to see them grow and keep them, reward them for their work, of course. But primarily, I wanted to make sure that they could not get a job somewhere else, easily at least, at a better wage. That's the primary reason. Best way to get a raise is a new job. You're absolutely correct. But that's sometimes you actually like your job, but then you just basically get a new job within the same company. even though it's just a title, senior developer, whatever. But just getting a new title is a lot easier to get a raise when you get a new title than just go like, well, I've been doing a lot this year. Yeah, you have. But I also expected you to do a lot of work. That's why I pay your salary. Actually get raises over people who deserve raises or people who think they deserve a raise? Probably yes. And of course there's also an element of who you feel deserve it the most and have to, but ultimately there can also be someone who deserves it, but you don't have to give them a raise. So in the grand scheme of things, you have to prioritize someone who you need to give a raise because they've sent signals that they're probably gonna leave if they don't get a raise. And yes, it's not just about the money, no, but it's more like you're happy with your job, yep, and then someone contacts you and offers you, I don't know, 20% more. You can't say no to that, right? Even if you like your current job, you just you got a mortgage, you got a family, you can't say no to that much. But if a guy gave you a bit better salary, then you don't. First of all, you're not looking. Second of all, you're not going to get a 20% raise from it. You get a 10% raise, and then you might go like, yeah, you know what? I actually like my boss. Probably not, but you're probably going to say, I actually like the comfort of my job, and I don't need that 10%. Is going to be eaten by taxes anyway, and you know that's what it does, in my humble opinion, as a self-employed one-man company. Having a competing offer and being willing to walk is a great negotiating position. Yes, once. You can do that once. So make sure that you only do it once. And by the way, if you do that to me, I'm going to look for your replacement immediately. I might give you a raise, but I know that you are you've got a taste for that. So I know that one day you will find an offer that I can't match, and I need to be prepared for that day. It's also another way to sort of, if you're a manager and you want to lower salary expectations from someone, you hire someone to shadow them so that they know they're not irreplaceable. You win 1 day of unpaid leave. Woohoo! All right, break time. Let's be back here in 2 minutes, and then yeah, see you guys in 2. Clown Town. What is the rationale, plans, reasons? What do you think we are? Engineer. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So the reason why I do this is manyfold. I don't know how many reasons I'm gonna list. One is I like having solar on all my planets so that I have some stable power. It's not technically needed. It's just like 200-300 megawatts, so it's not much, but it gets the planet started. Primarily before we get the exchanges, then it's a great way to get some power. So that's one. The second is that it makes all of my planets look unique, and you can always see that this is my planet. This is my way of just landing on a planet to go, I built the hub, I built the solar, done. Those are sort of, yeah. Then the other one is about the tropics, the fault lines, the tropics here. It is the easy way for me to delimit the planet and never accidentally build across this. I mean, I'm not going to be accidentally building across this, but it's just really nice for me to sort of get a really clear overview of these are the two main building zones. Then we have that one, and then all of that crap up here is for, well, stuff up there, right? So those are main reasons. I'm sure there are other reasons. One very important reason why I do this is because I've done it for a while. That's not the best reason, I know, but it's an honest reason. And now with blueprints, doesn't matter. It's not a big problem or anything to do it, so why not? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, something like that. Sometimes salary is not the most important thing. You need to like your job also. I have easily said no to a raise. Of course. Try Opticon. I completely agree. But you never know how your new job is going to be anyway. So we're talking about it sort of from a strategic perspective, or I'm talking about it from a strategic perspective of a manager. Now, I don't know, let's say you are my employee, then I can make your job as good as possible here. I can give you a competitive salary so that you don't easily get lured away.
Is greatly appreciated.
But I can't control how your work environment is at another place. So that's out of my control. So I can only do something about the things I control. Thank you, Tombstalker, for the 3 months. So the things that are out of my control, and sometimes, I mean, the few times people have left, and then they're like, okay, so what was it? And I was like, oh, this is one of my friends. He has a new started company, and he wanted me to join the company, and we've been talking about this for 10 years, and finally we got it. I'm like, best of luck. There's no way that it's nothing to do with salary. It's about the dream come true. So go right ahead. But if someone leaves to go to another corporate job at an exactly same type of business doing exactly the same, then I have failed. Or maybe I haven't. Maybe I just don't value you as high as someone else does. There might be somewhere like, if you can get that salary there, be my guest. I'm never going to be able to match that salary because that's an outrageous salary. That's also an option. Triopticon, thank you for, whoa, tier 3 for 6 months in advance. Wow, you're a good employee. There we go. You are now hired for the next 6 months. Or technically maybe I'm hired for the next 6 months. I don't know. Golden handcuffs are real? Yeah, absolutely. Golden handcuffs is the reason why I got fired. The law in Denmark is that if you leave, you lose your stock options. I had quite a bit of stock options in my old company, and if you resign, you're forfeiting your right to stock options, even the unvested ones, right? So the unvested stock options, you lose your right to that. But if you get fired, then you've been paid this as part of your salary, and therefore you keep it. So for me, it was never an option to resign. I just couldn't afford it. There was no way I was resigning. And those golden handcuffs were kind of becoming a bit of a burden because the company had grown quite a lot over the years I've been there. So they were significant. It was basically my runway to start this company, my streaming endeavor. And if I hadn't had that, I probably wouldn't have dared to do it. So, yeah. I didn't save. I don't need to save all of that. Golden parachute. Golden handcuffs is basically... The case for my company was every year, if you perform well in a management position, you get stock options. So like 500 stock options in the company. They vest in 3 years. So after 3 years, you can buy the stock options at the price 3 years ago. And you can sell them immediately if you want. So it's basically like, it doesn't cost you anything. There's no risk to it. It just means that if the stock price has increased over 3 years, you can buy them at the price 3 years ago and sell them immediately and just free money until the taxes come claiming half of it. Yeah, stock options, yeah. But there's also like golden handcuffs is also something like your annual Christmas bonus is also a type of golden handcuffs in the sense that you're not going to leave in November because then you're going to forfeit your bonus. So you'll probably leave in January. And it's a clever thing. It's a really cheap way. I don't know technically for the company, but I imagine it's a cheap way to keep good, skilled workers around as long as the stock price is increasing. If it's not, then suddenly you have people who are only staying there because of their stock options. They'll suddenly leave in droves because your stock price is suddenly all of that potential was worth it. In Denmark, there's a classic case of Novo Nordisk, like the insulin producer, who's hailed in Denmark as a really good company, but I would imagine is considered a pretty shitty company in the US. One of the world's largest insulin providers, and they are selling it for cheap, except in the US where it is stupidly expensive. But it's a honorable, good, traditional Danish company. Ah, fuck off. They are scumbags like any other pharmaceutical company. Anyway, that was not what I wanted. But a lot of people have had their entire careers there because they just could never leave. Oh, they couldn't leave, but it's also a company that's been known for having good employer conditions. But the stock options were just... People made more money on their stock options than they did from working there. So it was just something where, okay, if you've been working at Novo Nordisk for 25 years, it doesn't matter what kind of role you are, you're a millionaire. Because your stock options, if you've got them every year, you're just a millionaire when you retire. So don't worry about it. The contract clause where you get a huge bonus, even if you... What I think a lot of... Everyone hates the golden parachute, but remember, the golden parachute is not something the board of directors is deciding when they decide to fire someone. That's something when they decide to hire someone, they will go like, if I take this job, you're gonna pay me 10 million, no matter what, when I leave the company. But what if it's a scandal? Doesn't matter. No conditions. Yeah, we can't do that. All right, find someone else. Oh, crap. All right, and then they sign it in. It's part of the contract, and of course they have to abide by the contract. Probably like exceptions of fraud and that kind of thing, but nothing, not just misconduct or bad leadership. You still have to pay it because it's part of the contract. All brands, they sell for tanks the price compared to the rest of the world. Yep. It sucks. It sucks. And there are a million factors to it, of course. But there is a reason why one of the most profitable companies in Denmark is having one product, and that's insulin. That's it. That's the only thing they do. And primarily for the US market. Seven again? Why always 7? Good enough. Did you not take the set the or to take how to set or? I think I did. I think I did. Well, the ore is certainly accruing here. So our government stole the recipe when they submitted it for FD approval, and but I mean, insulin is not exactly a. It's an old product. Like the patent for insulin was sold for $1 because whoever invented it said it should be commonly available. So no need to have that. But I think that the big part is the production and variations and all that crap. It must be more than just a standard product by now. I don't know. Luckily, I don't know anything about insulin. Alright, so we did not count. If you see an untapped silicon ore, then say there. What did you do before you started with streaming and content creation? Need to answer, of course. I was a manager of a large IT organization in one of the largest companies in Denmark. So responsible for all of the software development and maintenance and support and all that for 20,000 trucks and 10,000 users in the office. So basically doing Factorio on a corporate scale. Good. We'll leave this well enough alone. So that's where my... Funny how it says wild and correlated. Weird. So I'm not... I actually have specific experience on the stuff I talk about. Oh no! Is that a fake one, or should I get excited? I'll get excited, you know. I'll get excited. Ooh. It is. It is a new one. It's glorious. Whoa! Thank you so much. It's a new patron. Oh no! I missed my star system. Ah! U-turn. U-turn. All right. That is a new annual Templar of the Path. That was certainly something to get excited about. Thank you so much and welcome. Let's see if I can find your name in just a second. Well, maybe not a second, but I need to land on the planet first. There. Oh, hold on. It's actually not that one. It's Ace Cole that I want. Where are you? There. That one. And if you have not linked your Patreon and your Discord, you add your Discord profile to your Patreon profile, please do so, if you want to, of course. And if you are in chat, then speak up. You might have said it, but I haven't seen it yet. Cool. And I'll give you the VIP status that you so deserve. Triopticon, it was you. Thank you so much and welcome. Wow, that's one hell of a way to join. Tier 3 for 6 months and then an annual patron pledge. That is exceptional. Let me see if I can find you. There you are. Now I tried VIPing you, so if you are in here still, then feel free to say something and we can see if you got the VIP status. And thank you so much for that. Wow. If you have health insurance, you can technically terminate it, but you need to prove... Okay. If you cannot keep up with the silicon demand, you might have to set extra requests. Yes. Do you have experience with... Hey, Dime Devil. With Scrum, and is it a tool for IT projects only? Yes. And yes. Experience for some time. Just love the way you're presenting. Thank you so much, and you did get it. Thank you, Wolf. Welcome back for 8 months. Right, Dime Devil. There's a bit more to it. I have a lot of experience with Scrum and Agile. I've been implementing... I was the first to implement it in this company, implementing Scrum and Agile, and when I was running, my IT organization was running, we had, why do we not tap this? I had 7 Scrum teams doing Agile development, working for me at the time. And they were working on adjacent products, so Scrum is easy. Getting the stuff tied together, that's the hard part. Figuring out how to get the Scrum teams to actually deliver a cohesive product portfolio, that is very difficult. And I'm not going to say I have succeeded. It was definitely one of the bigger problems we had. 6, 7. Whew. Finally done with work, and he's talking about Scrum and Agile. Yeah, sorry about that. It is a topic that somehow comes up when we are talking like this. So another untapped. Yeah, on this one, I think so too. See how much. Yeah, there's 3.8 million. Yeah, so this is half of it, so there must be one more. You're right. I think my perspective towards Scrum and Agile in general has sort of changed over time, and I think it's a natural progression that you go through, because when I started working with software development in that company, everything was done by Excel sheet, and there is no doubt that if you can go from Excel sheet to Scrum Agile in Jira, then that is a massive step up. But once you have everyone working in Jira, working on 2-week sprints and all of that, the cadence is running and you got the estimations going, then you start seeing the flaws of it. But if you still go, oh, so there are flaws to it, do you want to go back to Excel? No way I want to go back to Excel. But it's just that there are definitely some shortcomings that you just don't see when you're trading Excel for Agile. But once you've implemented, then you start going like, oh yeah, it's not the kind of see it to all our problems. There are definitely things that just don't work very well here. What's everyone's favorite CRM? I mean, why not just write, what is everyone's favorite STD? It's I mean, you don't have a favorite. You can hate all of them, and you could say like, I don't want any of them. So if you ask me to name my favorite STD, then I don't know. I'd rather not have any. Is that an option? So that's the same as favorite CRM. Customer relations management for the non-corporate initiated. There we go. See? Maybe someone would answer. Most annoying is a client that wants to do Agile but run the project as a waterfall with fixed price and still to add stuff to scope. Oh, yeah. When you do optimization by going from Excel to Jira, then why stop? Keep optimizing. Of course, but you get very much diminishing returns. That's at least my experience, is that the massive part is of going from nothing to Excel, and then from Excel to a more structured method. And you are lucky, Miss Timmy. You are fortunate to be blessed by not having that STD inflicted on you. Yeah. So as you keep going, and it's the kind of thing, like, it was also where I kind of lost the bit of the interest to it, right? And when you go like, okay, so now our objective is to automate as many tests as possible, and straightening out our deployment pipeline, and you know, it's interesting things, but you also know that they're not going to do as much as just transitioning everything from being just, well, we do whatever someone yells the loudest about, to actually having a pipeline and a roadmap, and can talk about estimates and versioning and, you know, components and all the good stuff you get, and can actually have proper estimation of when things will be done. Well, still estimates, right? So with Kanban, I have not enough experience with Kanban as a development tool. I don't understand it as a development tool, so can't say. I think Kanban is a production tool, but not a. But I mean, so I don't know. I think we are going to make a change here. These ones are capped at going too far away. I want to go maximum up to 7 light years, because then they can reach the other system. The system we just tapped, Alfric. There. Now all of these will fly out to go pick up the stuff that was in the other location. I think Kanban is yeah, it's continuous flow, and I just don't think I've not been in a position where I've been able to deliver features continuously. That requires a crazy setup in terms of CI/CD. If you can do like, hey, can I get a new button there? Yeah, sure. It's in production. Things just work smoothly through a Kanban chart. Maybe there are a few steps with testing and that kind of thing, but if things can move independently through the workflow, Kanban, yes. I've never seen that in development. Things are always chunked into deployments. You can make them as small as possible, but they're always put into deployment packages, and they consist of more than just things. So I've never really been seeing it as continuous flow in that regard. Of course, you can just move things through a Kanban and then leave it stuck here at the end, and then deploy it as a package independently. But is then Kanban is supposed to be the whole flow? I mean, I don't know. I work the CI/CD is so rewarding. It absolutely is. It is so beautiful when it works. Can really recommend to read the Phoenix Project and the Unicorn Project. I've not read the Unicorn Project. I would actually say read the goal first. Before reading Phoenix Project, read the goal. That's the foundation. They even referred to there. Oh, was that a new? Was that a new patron? Ooh, it was a new patron. It was an upgraded patron. Thank you so much. Upgrading from a protector to a knight of the path. And I didn't see the name. Then yeah, I can just search for it so I know who it is. Executor Andy. Thank you for the upgrade. Thank you very much. Had some pipeline with manual approval to production, and it was common to have a new feature requested and deployed to production the same day. Yep, yeah. Can we keep it as granular as you want? It's all about diminishing return. Yeah, I. So that's also why I'm definitely not discounting it. I just don't see that the way that I've been working with IT, it has been the most appropriate tool. It's been really useful to have sprints, and then you, after like a year or so, you kind of get the executives, and this is the most important part, get the executives aligned to the idea that a sprint is locked. And then there is actually a point when Kanban is super useful, and that's right after you do a deployment and you do a whole country is migrated to a new system and nothing works. Then Kanban is probably a better way, because they're like, this doesn't work. All right, fix, test this feature, deploy. Next, oh, this doesn't work. Just then you made a continuous pipeline and can do many deployments of panic patches during the day. Not recommended, but it's happening. Sort of like, oh, we want that feature. It's the first day of go live. You've been working on this for 6 months. Why are you adding new features on day one? I can't live without it. I'm going to finance. This is my PTSD you're bringing up. Oh, wow. This corporate talk here is really motivating people to upgrade. Thank you, the Jacks, upgrading to a Templar of the Path. Thank you so much. Let me get you right on it with an upgrade for you. All right, maybe we should do a occasional... let's see. Can you say something, the Jacks, so I spell it correctly here? Like that, maybe? Yep, there we go. Thank you so much. In the position that all our program is done by external contractor, we don't do body leasing. So a Kanban style workflow works better for us because we have interruptions in the sprint, because they has to jump over to another client for a week. Ugh. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I prefer body leasing, as you. So, Fennec, that is on. Oh. How did it just jump down to that one? Generation capacity. Why does generation drop to 1.5? First of all, are these working? Yes. Okay. Yeah, everything depends on an excellent PO. How did these just... First of all, why are they not 100%? This is very dark. Oh, is it maybe like winter? Oh, look at that. The rotation time of this stupid planet. Ah, the rotation period is so long that even with green lenses, they're going to be falling out when it's winter time. Polar night, yeah. There's very little we can do about it. That makes so much sense now. Unfortunately, it's polar night for another long time. That makes so much sense. Finally, I figured out why it didn't work before. Sweet. But the answer is still the same. Add more. Do you have a max sphere empty shell here? Max sphere empty shell? No, I don't think I do. I don't know what that means. Max sphere empty shell. Nope. Something. What would I do that? Use that for? If it's empty? Lovely. Just kill that. It used to help with coverage uptime. Ah, interesting. I was not aware of it. So no, I don't. I mean, it's cheap enough to do, so we can give it a shot and add a new layer, max size, there. Didn't do anything. These are not switching on. Maybe it's because of the distance, but... Huh. Oops! Accidentally deleted one of the entire shells. Whoops. And business talk with yeah, I'm kind of I kind of I the thing is, like, I really feel we have good conversations here, but I don't know how to migrate it. I've done some YouTube episodes on some of the things we talked about, and it's way more polished, and they just don't get any views because, of course, you're not coming to my YouTube channel for sort of that kind of thing. Okay, but this one is, if you look at it, this is also the furthest away. So I don't, if we make a bigger sphere, it's not going to make a big difference. I could imagine if we're closer, then the angle towards the angle towards the sphere will be greater with a bigger sphere. But we're so far away that it's still going to be a small angle, and therefore it might have an impact, but it's just not noticeable because of the distance. That's my guess. So if I'm sort of, maybe that's rounding off this topic of development part. My biggest thing that I think is the limitation of Scrum, Agile, is that recognize where it works and where it works less well. Where it works exceptionally well, in my opinion, is if I go into a company and you give me a bunch of developers and some business users, and I just have to make sense of it. I don't know people's skill level. I don't know their competencies. Agile, Scrum, figure it out. Figure out our speed, our velocity, figure out how to do it, get some structure in, get some process for interacting with the business requirement. There, all of that, boom, it's set up. Most developers know it. Most developers would like that comfort so that they can be sort of encapsulated from the sort of business screaming at them. Awesome, that's where it works great. Where it doesn't work great is stuff like my development team, like Jeff, Timbo, and Vichu, right? It doesn't work for them. There would be no point in wrapping it up in Scrum and Agile and writing user stories and test criteria and all that crap. So if you have self-motivated, highly skilled developers, you're slowing them down by putting structures in place. Basically, what you can do as a manager is bring cake for them and pat them on the back, and then otherwise leave them alone. That's the best thing you can do, because they'll get the shit done, and you can keep all the annoying business people away from them. So if you're in the position where you have really highly skilled people who are very motivated for what they do, adding more structure is not going to help them build faster or better. And of course, there might be some things about things might be a bit too Wild West if you don't have some kind of structure. But like, now we're going to do a sprint retrospective. Like, come on, we talk together. We don't need a formalized sprint retrospective or like that kind of thing, right? Do you have a friend you can talk to and do the business talk? She doesn't need to be visible, but the same intellectual level as you are. Or you can tell war stories. Huh? That's actually an interesting thing, because one of my ex-colleagues, we've been sort of talking about doing workshops for Agile and that kind of thing. Now I've kind of been pulled away from that for too long that I don't think I can actually do it anymore. I don't think I'm qualified anymore. Now it's more like anecdotes, but really getting into the nitty-gritty detail, I think I've lost my edge, to be honest. Ta-da! Still only half of them are running during the night, but the night is lasting shorter down here. Now it's a winter zone, it's not a polar night, and now it's a polar night here for a bit more. Yeah. Last, it's actually it's a good idea in terms of sort of making it a more of a conversation style part. I like that. I like that idea. Because it would also be a good way to sort of just, instead of being monologue, then just bouncing ideas off and then sort of letting the other one talk a bit and then going, adding your own thoughts on top. This is the part where I just do some intermittent gaming in between, where I straighten out my thoughts a bit. Why do you use receivers for power at all? Isn't it way more space efficient to just power everything with antimatter rods? I don't use antimatter rods, and what you're doing with antimatter rods is just, you're still using ray receivers to power that, because you need the ray receivers to make the photons, to make the antimatter. So you're just taking the sun from another planet and getting it here. So that's how I do it. There are some design parts, like every single one of these locations must have a Dyson sphere. Woo! There you go. It's glorious. Which one is this? It's correlated, right? Yep, correlated. For every one of my, for each of the highest tier patrons, I'm building a star and I'm building a sphere around it. So if I build the sphere around it, there's no point in having a single one that's massive, but it's much better to have more. Well, I do need more. I have 7 or 8 of these. Look at that. Chugging along. Looking good. Alright, I think we're... No, I don't think we have enough stuff. How do we still not have enough? As soon as this one goes up, it's going to be removed. Boom. Exactly. It's crazy, right? We are bringing things in at a good pace, and every one of them, they're all working, so that's good as well. Yep, they're all working. So I think our ratio or our rate of production right now is sufficient. Yeah, so our rate of production is sufficient. What we're doing now, I think, is simply filling up the buffers at the other location. Now that's my assertion, so let's see if that's true. Unfortunately, can be used way more power. Okay, so first of all, I'm not arguing that my way is the optimal way. My way is the way that I do it because this is how I designed this series. So I don't want to get into an argument about what's new. I dislike using the stars because I think they are way too good. They completely break all part of power generation, and I think it's a bit silly how good they are. They nerfed them by 5%, but who cares? Like, similarly, I use these exchanges because they're freaking awesome and it works amazing, but at the late game, just throw 4 stars in here and artificial suns and then you're done with it. And I really feel that that's a boring approach to power in this game, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. So I'm not arguing about this is my way is the best way. My way is my way. Ah, look at that. It's positive. Woo! That being said, things like space efficiency, not exactly the highest of priorities around here. I would more say like stuff like entity efficiency is much more interesting. Okay, so now what we've done is we have moved the bottleneck from being the quantum chips over to being the graviton lenses. His path is our path, his path is your path. Yep. I'm not saying it's the best way, I'm saying it's the only way. Ouch. Ow. Ow. That's it. So each one can power exactly 4 launching silos. Yeah, something like that. Maybe that's something they looked at it. Ah, that looks good. That does not look good. That does not look good. So we are now in the exciting position of making more pink stars, pink containers. And we do have enough green container production here. I'm pretty sure the only thing we need is more production of the pink containers. That is where all of our antimatter is going, and there it is just not enough. Definitely not enough. Let's run into warpers. Yeah, if I run out of warpers, then I guess that's the end of that series. Howie, so let's go back here. Pink containers. We are not going to do this because we are using every single bit of our my unipolar magnet for the production, so we can't do that. We have to supplement with this awful thing. The business talk, you can branch out from games. Pitch Victorio. I am currently reading the life story of a successful geologist, demolition expert on Reddit. It's, yeah. Now, the thing is, I do appreciate the career advice, and I want to sort of, at some point, maybe branch out from gaming. I don't know what it's going to be branching out to, but I really want to take some courses that sort of, on psychology, psychoanalysis, therapist, something like that. Cooking, probably not cooking. That, I mean, on the one hand, cooking is probably where there's the most room for improvement. Let's make grilled cheese sandwiches and toast. See, either you're mentioning it because you know I don't like cheese, or you're mentioning it because you think that's the easiest thing. But I can't make it. I've never made it. I'm never gonna make it. I cannot have cheese anywhere near. Tyrophobia. Gunther. Tyrophobia. Psychohistory. That's the one. I want psychohistory. I do good cooking, but I do very simple cooking. If it's gonna be easy, then it's just steak, fries, and a beer. There we go. Always happy. Running out of hydrogen for these bastards here. Whoop. Okay, so what I need to do is look at here. You could do it once a month or bi-weekly. Yeah. Tyrophobia have to do with cheese unless it's Swiss. It's exactly that. Let's see, the awfulness that is this one. Copper we can deal with. I do have an infinite amount of these, kind of. Someone persuaded me to do 360 of these at a random planet. There. Nibe is responsible for this. So let's go to Nibe and see if we can get Nibe to do some more of this. That would be an excellent suggestion. Nibe is around with Sabaton. Nibe is the one furthest away. Oh, look at the solid mesh here. Damn. Where? And out of the gravity well, and off we go. I love the best one is the really long word that is fear of very long words. Like, poor guy, you have a phobia, you can't even write or explain or tell what the phobia is about because it's the entire thing you're fearful of. Because I'm prepared for my comprehensive exam, I'd be down to education materials where you... Interesting. I made... What? The word for... I-L-S... What? I don't know. I don't get that. Type. There you are. Missed it again. Oh, it's hiding in the darkness here. It is completely invisible. Whoop! There we go. Not exactly invisible. Quite visible indeed. Things are just getting a bit slow when it comes to loading it. Alright. So do you think we have enough of this? Here. Yep. That's our green turbines. That's our green turbines here. They just keep going. Oh, there's more of them. There we go. That is 360. Each one of these builds is only doing 10. Okay. That. I thought Lisp was a coding, a programming language. Okay, I didn't get it. Hypochir blah 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 is one of the longest words in the dictionary, and in an ironic twist is the name for the fear of long words. Bastards. So let's see. So if I want to build this, I just need 2 of these. I wonder where I could get some graphene from. I probably need get some graphene somewhere else. I don't think this is... It's a beautiful planet. Beautiful planet, indeed. Let's go here. The bottleneck for particle containment is the unipolar magnets. I simply don't have enough unipolar magnet. And I can't get more because I'm mining the neutron star and the black hole, so that's all there is to it. The only way I can get more is through this one. That's the only way I can get more. I think I know what you need a course on. This plant... What? Planetary design? Do you have a problem with my planetary design? I don't think I've seen anyone who has a more well, I haven't seen anyone who has a more structured, well-organized planetary design than this. Yep, it's an old recipe, indeed. Oh, this is an old recipe. To make a course, not take a course. Yeah, but I already have that. I have a masterclass. It's not a masterclass. It is not branded as a masterclass, but it is about planetary sectors. Oh, that's kind of difficult to see here. You know what I'm actually considering making a course on for... and that's actually, I think I mentioned it. It's something I'm... It's becoming more than just a crazy idea. Making a course on content creation for teenagers. Not content creation for teenagers, but basically for the audience is not like us. It's for people who who say, I want to be a YouTuber, but have no idea except just, I just start a stream on Twitch and why have people not here. I think that would be in demand and interesting, and it would, of course, it wouldn't be like a YouTube thing. It would be like on it would be in real life. Real life, you know that is that one. I'm just gonna put that here so I can find it again. There. Maybe some kind of master's degree in transportation. Baked beans. You're trolling me. You're trolling me. Any new content announced for DSP? Nope. They've not announced anything what the next on their pipeline. Let's see, what was it? It's the, nope, electromagnetic turbines, there. And then it's copper, and then it's graphene. And then it's warpers. So, all good. Not as replayable as Factorio. I agree. There. Okay, so let's figure out. Welcome back. Hey, Safi, thank you for the Prime for 4 months. See, DSP was easily solved. Yep, I thank you. Thank you for summarizing. I was just thinking, like, how do I articulate it? But clearly, you are articulating it better. But I think that's it. It's the fact that we.
Subscriber, come steal yourself. We are building an army.
Lambert, thank you for the Prime and welcome. So here's the thing, Gunther. Here's the thing. Now, I feel the same way about Factorio as well, at this point. But I feel it is because of the effort that I have put into masterclasses on pretty much everything. The design work we've been doing together on our design streams have sort of solved a lot of problems from, oh, liquefaction's so complicated. Boom, there we go. Oh, never mind, right? Oil processing and the balancing up. Boom, there we go. Right, so you solve a lot of the problems have been solved in Factorio now, and I can't really tell. I know it's both one and the other, but I can't really tell how much is the fact that I took this mentality that I had started on for Factorio and applied it immediately to Dyson's web program. That meant it got solved faster. That's one part, but the other part is, of course, like things like beacons make things a lot more complicated. Things like trains make things a lot more complicated. So there's a lot more complexity in Factorio. Also, circuits, the ability to do circuit things is amazing. And I think the added complexity is one part, but there's also a part about I set out solving it pretty quickly. And I'm kind of thinking like something like Riftbreaker. I don't think it can be solved because there's really very little to solve about it. You can have like, this is a good tech tree, this is a good tech tree, and that you want to get this one before that one. But I don't think there's builds per se. It's more like, well, probably a good idea to do 3 levels of walls and then turrets and stuff. I don't think there's like minor stuff, but more like, well, if you need more power, then just put down more power. If you need more AI limiters or whatever they're called, then put down more of those, because that's not the game in itself. Right, let's try to do this one before we all fall asleep. So this is a standard build, 3 in, 1 out. Do we care about which one goes where? Not really. That was the only one that was not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go like that. Make sure that we get the awesome. Build your starter base from the last base in the book, then did the transfer to mega base. Then integrate your latest mega base in the book designs. Good learning curve for the game. some of those. Thank you. That's a nice compliment. All right, so let's build stuff. Good old-fashioned designs. In and in and in and out and in and out, and then I copy that one here. Does that work? Sure. In and out, and then I copy that one here. And that should be good. Okay, so each one of these are doing what? 4 seconds, that's 1 every 2 seconds. Oh, didn't I miss my break? I think I missed my break. Well, I'm actually on my break. Let's do the last bit of this one when we come back. Ooh, look at that star. It's almost done. Thank you, screenshot. I really needed that in my life. And I will be back in 2 minutes. See you in a bit. Hello, Lord Ice, by the way. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the timer breaking. Where is it? There are some people who just have to over plan everything. It's so tomorrow I'm going to see some friends for the summer vacation, and it's just like the only point is like the kids are gonna play, the adults are gonna drink some drinks and beer, and we're gonna eat some food and just have a good time. That's the whole plan. Only thing we have to do is just plan for when and where for a summer house next year. That's it. And I just saw 20 new messages about, but what about, and what about, I mean, I thought we were supposed to, are we going to sleep there? I thought it was not going to be sleeping. I thought it was an afternoon event. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's just, let's just go there. You go, the guy who's organizing is just like, you're welcome. Just come whenever you want. You can sleep if you want. Like, yes, that's how you organize things. You just go like, I have food, I have beds, I have drinks. You just come over when you want. You go when you leave. You leave when you don't want to be there. But other people are like, no, hold on. Can we just put an Excel sheet together just so we can clear out what are you arriving? Okay, what about you? What time are you arriving? Okay, that means we have 1 hour of overlap, and during that hour, we have to make sure that we are not cooking, we are not eating, so that we can do intensive planning. I don't think 1 hour is enough. I think, what if you could change it? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you can suck the life out of a party by just over planning it. It's just like, and it's exactly, let's throw that back to the development. If you have people who know what they want, who know what to do, you just basically go like, come on over, I have beer and food. All right, that's all I need. But some people have a need for making a burn down shot and planning poker for everything and anything. Not needed. It's crazy. So I need to just keep an eye on it. So it's already in a pre-warning here. Right, back to the ratio. This is 1 every 2 minutes. Seconds. And that means these two, since they're sharing an input belt, that means they're consuming 1 per second. So I can make it 30 deep. That's a lot. That seems like a lot. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do it 15. How did that collide? Oh, it didn't. Oh, damn it. Yep. 15. Yep, 20. Yes. So either we do it 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I need to build it there then. Means it needs to go closer, or either we do it 20. I'm worried that the inbound will not be enough to keep up. Did you create a telephone tree already to notify me in case of... Oh, I love that. Telephone tree. Oh. Right, so this is... Okay, we're going to do 20 deep. Oh, hello. Hello, broken things. I would just make a mocking Excel sheet proving that it's not necessary to overplan. Nope, because then would be like, no, I don't like your Excel sheet, I'm going to redo it. I made an Excel sheet for the economy last year, and it was just 20 pieces, and I was like, I'm running the economy, that's how I do it. It's not pretty, but it's mine. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's not bad. Question: when you receive a new subscription on Patreon, the money for the subscription comes back to you entirely, or part of it is taxed by the site? Taxed is not the right... Well, okay. It's actually true. Patreon has to withhold taxes in some countries, so they do that. Um, that means that if you pledge $10, then you might be charged $12.50 because they have to withhold taxes because of the country you're in. Then I get the 10, then Patreon says they take 5%, and then PayPal takes 5%, and that means the $9 go to me. That's the part of it. So for 100% pledge, then I get 90%, but you might have to pay 125. That's at least how it is in Denmark. So it depends, of course, on the country and the sales tax, probably even the state, I would imagine. VAT withholding, I don't know if that's state specific or not in the case of US. Did green science get fixed? Well, I'm not looking at it, so if I'm not looking at it, there's no problem with it. It is in a, I think the green science is in a superposition state of both working and not working at the same time. And only by observing can we make the superposition collapse to one of the states. I have no idea if it's working, but my description sounded better. I am a pastry. Indeed, I am a pastry. Good thing you didn't swear that I was German. I don't know who you would be swearing to. It's all European, isn't it? Something. We're all humans on this fine planet. This will be local demand, but I'm not going to set it up right now. I don't know if I have this, by the way, so we'll have to figure that out. Distance to warp? That's fine. It's mainly going to be working out of system. So I'm going to just fill these up. Let's do that. I think this is fine. That's quick. That's more concerning. Oh, no, it's not. It's just the speed that it can ship them off at. We did not have a clue about how much. We imagine that this is 30 of them and then divided by 2. Because it's on... No, it's on a 4-second cycle, so that means each row... Okay, so this is making 30 per second. How many do we need? And it's consuming then 60 of the other ones, so I can make 3 of these. All good. There. This yellow on yellow background with green helping lines, super useful and super easy to... Oh, no. Right, time to get some more stuff. Probably gonna need some of these before we're done. More of this. More of this. Ah! Who built that? Oh, it was actually correct. Never mind. I'll do this, even though just for consistency's sake. Not because we need it, just for consistency's sake. That you were 6 designs going. What is this build about? This one is more pink containers, particle containers. Particle containers are used for strange matter. Strange matter used for lenses. Lenses is used for green signs, and that's the one that's stuck. Let's wait for this one to again. I'm almost out of warblers. Yeah, kind of, maybe. I have 20 plus 15. I'm good. Alright, let's get this one in here. It's not super far away, so it should get there. Meantime, let's look at this rate here. Hash rate, 21k. To entire star cluster. There, that one. That's the one we're looking for. Yeah. So this is about half right now. That's what we need to fix. It should be at 360. But alas, it is not. Let's see. Oh, right, there was one more thing. Yeah, these are... yeah, I guess we need some more graphene as well. This system doesn't have anything. Nope. All right, I'm gonna make it over here to say at night we're also making 90 particle container. Good. Now where do we have graphene? Oh, graphene plus Dyson chip builder. That's tracer around X0. So let's go there and scale that up. Alright, this is working. Gonna be hard to keep that. Should be possible. It is impossible to see resource quantities of a system when it's visited. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately. Alright, let's have a look at this one and see when it hits 1000, and then we should see something coming, going out immediately. This is looking pretty steady, and it's... I think it'll also eventually fill up. They'll be busy, but there we go. Sweet. Nothing yet. And nothing yet. But it's coming. So, X0. Look at that. It's a solid line. It's basically just a bridge. You can walk on top of the vessels from one planet to the next. X0. Tracer. Tracer is one of the first planets, so don't laugh at Tracer. He might be a bit rustic, I think. Even on a galactic view, it's basically just one line across. How often do these bump into each other in hyperspace? Would you consider the galactic scale? Nope, I'm not. I don't know what it does, but it sounds like it's bigger, and then it sounds like it's just meaning I can build exactly the same size as I can now, except then I'll just be, because I'm gonna be constrained by my PC and not anything else. Yeah, the local warming, I know, I just don't bother with it. It takes forever to set up. It doesn't actually, but kind of. So I didn't really bother with it, and I think it's fine. 3 light years. There's treasure. What? Oh, there you are. Bonk. Huh. That's not great in terms of fire ice production here. How much fire ice do we have left? Not a lot, I guess. So building it here is not really interesting from that perspective. I don't think this is a good place to build fire ice. Because I had the fire ice here, but not... Yeah. I'd like to find one that has fire ice as a... from a planet here. Everyone has deuterium. Huh. Fire ice giant, yeah. Fire ice, there's one. It's actually really close. Let's take that one. Yep. Also this. What the hell is this? I don't know. This is what I say. Don't judge. This is... Blueprints. Why are they so broken? Not super simple, this part. What? Okay, never mind. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not working. I think I have to do that manually. I mean, I can do that. It discharges on the side, so we'll do that first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. And then I could also have done that before this discharge. Why am I building it here? It's not the greatest place, but... there. Oh, sorry. see. There, 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 and there. I did have a blueprint, but it doesn't work. Seemingly. And then I do from the other side. Yeah. Does that seem right? Yeah, I guess it is. Some viewers asked to see the sphere? Oh, the sphere. It's probably should stop shooting at it. Yeah. 3 rings, and they're actually slowly moving in the direction of the arrows. Oh, actually, it's on tracer. There we go. Hello, Patrick. And let's see. This one has to go. This is then charge. Charge. Let's make sure that it has the outbounds first. Yeah. And then I need to prioritize this one coming in. So stuff that gets charged locally is always more prioritized. This one will be more prioritized, and then any excess will go in. Oh, that was a mistake. Damn it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, yes, sorry for not mentioning it maybe a few more times, but I'm actually going to end earlier today, because I'm going out afterwards. So let's see, we can take these. Let's put those in here so they get charged. Charge more. Charge more, I guess. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, that's fine. Good, we got a bit of extra power. That took a while, but it served the purpose of also getting that one, which I wanted. And then why do I no longer have that connection? Nope. Fire Ice, this is the one, right? Zeta something. Let's go there. Do you always ride the solar of the tower? You just act. Yes, I do. I just want someone to come pick it up if they can. Otherwise, I'll just burn through it. It doesn't matter much. Damn one. Yep. Here, do we have a... There, gas giant. How long did it last? Well, a while. Whoop, we landed. Is this the equator? Yes, very much so.
Another loyal devotee.
Another loyal devotee. So it's not just weird patron spam. It's also actually genuine, real patrons. It is a new patron. Thank you so much. A new annual patron of a Knight of the Path. Thank you so much. Let's see if there is a Discord name linked. There is. Nish. GTM. Nish. Nisch. Nish. If you're here, then you can raise your hand so we can say thank you in person. And thank you very much for the pledge. All our business talk from earlier was has paid dividends, I guess. It's actually interesting, like how these streams work. It's something I just always wondered. Like today has been super active on Patreon, but very inactive on Twitch. But I guess the Factorio streams are very different, right? Today seems to be a patron day. Yeah, exactly. That's the weird part. Like, how is that a thing? But I guess it's because when someone pledges on Patreon, then someone else goes like, "Oh yeah, maybe I should do that." I figure. We got one volunteer for the mines today. Yes, one volunteer for the mines. Woohoo! Do we still have? Yeah, we still have them. They're easily keeping up now. Actually, not particularly weird. I mean, here we have patron stars and planets, so it's kind of getting mentioned. I never mentioned on my Factorio streams. And on Factorio streams, you have the hype train interaction, so it kind of makes... It's not weird. It's kind of... You can kind of see that there is a connection between the marketing and the effect. There. Woo! We put a ring on it. We could put one more, and let's see how much gas giant. Oh, there. That's already being picked up. Nice. So that means there must be a shortage or X0. That's where we came from. Let's make sure that it actually works. I have 14 of my 26 drones. Crap, and I just walked away. Oops. Oh well. Guess 14 drones is enough for us. Boom. This one should be doing graphene, but I still haven't seen any graphene builds. Very much not graphene. There's the graphene. There we go. Oh, I built it up there. You. Okay, so this one is... Okay. So I guess we have enough graphene right now. So maybe there's no point in scaling it up. I don't think I want to scale it up if I don't need it. Press C? Well, they're not here yet. We'll be back when I land. Not yet. Oh, there they are. Okay, so when you land, and then they just sort of, like summoning a horse in any game, they just come from behind you.
Another loyal devotee.
Okay. It is certainly a patron day today. A new initiator of the path, and welcome to you too. Thank you for your pledge. Some are almost empty. That's always how it goes. They will not consume evenly, unfortunately. Let's see. So what we are going to do is go back to the greens. No, we'll go back to, was it Sabaton? Yep, Nibe. Woo, another research. Let's jump on over. Where is it? There? First patron, thank you. Welcome. Be careful. There have been people who go like, oh, this is my first, and then suddenly they just go completely overboard. The biggest challenge is getting people to tap in the credit card first time. Once it's in there, it's just easier to use it one more time. Don't we all know that? Ah, Sabatron, there. Yeah, Merlin, that was excellent. Wife manages the problem. Wow. So you get an allowance? Where did our... Oh, turning around in hyperspace again. Oh, there is it. There it is. And make the money she spends it. It's all about just finding the right allocation of tasks here. Well, this is not promising though. Well, it's kind of promising the fact that it hasn't... All of these are not taken out. Right, this one has more than one load. This has more than 2 loads available for pickup. So it says 3 loads available for pickup. So even though it's standing still right now, yep, I think that the what we need to do is this one. I don't know if I could do it from here. Interesting. Did not know you could do that from the map view. I don't even know if they have warpers here, but now let's do this first. If they don't have warpers, then this is a very moot point anyway. They don't. Two things, right? Running out of iron and no warpers set up. Damn. So one of the things that is definitely, I don't know, lacking, or at least the way I'm building it has not really been solving anything, is balancing of production and demand is completely impossible. I'm missing some train mechanics to, or some circuit mechanics to control it, because I have no idea right now about, like, then we just see that iron is out and I have just like, I don't get it. Is it because this system hasn't enough? Is it because the overall system? Is it, I don't know. And that's partly due to the structure. I tried to have a structure and then it kind of slipped away from me. Like only doing local smelting so that we wouldn't have things warping outside of the system for picking up stuff. Huh? Yeah, we're now out of warpers in the system. That's not a big surprise. But then I'm actually looking at it now and saying that that's still not fast enough. So therefore we now warp inside the system. And then I'm like, if I'm warping inside the system, yeah, I might as well warp outside the system, I guess. There. That is one of the areas the game could benefit the most. Yes. A production dashboard. Yeah, I think that's still a production dashboard. Is it just gives us some information, and I don't think that's what we really want. I don't exactly know what it is we need, but it does have sort of, there's something missing. It's not, dashboard will give us the information, but what I'm mainly needing is control. Like for example, what if I want to have one that says this one can request from inside the system but can provide to all systems, or this one can request iron from inside the system but it's allowed to request the green turbines from anywhere in the system, in the entire cluster. Like I don't have that control, so it's either or. Either I have warpers or I don't have warpers, and I set for the entire thing an overall range. I'm not saying that have more granularity would be better, because that might just be annoying. But I there's something. Something out of the corner of my eye, maybe a flying biter or something. This is why I haven't done it, because it's kind of boring to set up. Kind of boring to go through all of these. think with blueprints, it would be more possible to do integrated builds. What I mean by that is just instead of having this one and then provide this here and then pick it up from somewhere else, which just inherently is super unbalanced, then doing something where you take like iron and copper inbound and then from there you produce all the stuff you want. Tile planets or all planets? You can't specify the middle distance. Yeah. I don't know. It's difficult, right? Maybe like a 3-tier, like planet, system, cluster. But I don't know. I don't even think that's what I want. I don't think I would use it as much. I think it's, maybe it's also like my design here arose from the fact that, yeah, if we're going to build things a lot of times manually, then I want builds to be as simple as possible. I don't want to sort of have things too advanced, and then it means builds back and forth in and out of an interstellar logistics station. But when we have blueprints, we can make advanced builds that we spend more time on designing, and then we have something that's integrated at working at perfect ratio, and then I can just go, okay, I need 3 of these, then because they produce 10 signs per second or something like that, right? Whew. It's crazy. When we see Factorio and its 8 years development, I can't wait to see what will become this game. Yep, I agree. What are we doing? This one. But I also feel that this series is coming to an end now. I was really hoping that we could, it would sort of naturally transition into Riftbreaker, but no news about Riftbreaker. So we're gonna have to find some other games soon, because I don't think this game can last, I don't know. It doesn't last 10 episodes more. It can last 1 more week, I think, but then we'll all be tired of chasing the same bottlenecks, I think. Then we'll just talk about agile development and stuff instead. But that means there could be other games we could pick up sort of in the meantime as sort of non-Factorio game for a few weeks. So almost there. It would be interesting to see you do a production line build from plates to higher product. Yeah, but it is tileable for scaling. Yeah, that would be interesting. I think it's also interesting to do. So this one though, I don't think so, because all of these are local. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not needed. What about this? Is it looking better? Marginally better. Not great. But hey, the most important thing is this is stockpiling, so that's good. So let's go back to the green science build that was uncorrelated and wild. Off we go. There. I was flabbergasted that my engineering manager knew what Agile was, but didn't know what waterfall is. I don't understand how anyone can teach Agile without explaining where it came from. Where it came from? Maybe because Agile is from 2001 and not a lot of us were in IT back when the Agile Manifesto was written, so it's not exactly a new thing. Only a slight miss. Whoop, there's the planet popping into view. Alright, let's see how the green circuits are faring. Oh, let's actually check these first. Yes, perfect. Well, everything is being produced at the correct rate. That is excellent. And everything that comes in here will be picked up immediately. So this is now probably still the bottleneck, but at least this bottleneck is, well, it's there. What about these? These might actually end up being problematic. Optical grading crystal is next on the menu. This is looking good. It's actually fully saturated. Oof, that's because the other one was starving. Good. Good. No, not good. How can this one be 100% and this one be 100% and then the last one just be nothing? Nothing, I say. Well, because it's... yeah. Hold on. Now I know why. It was simply not having its own that it could send out to grab stuff. Yeah, now it's this one is slowly, oh, almost. Slowly keeping up. These are working at ratio, so every time it pops at 200, it goes away. Like, this is the most natural thing. Like, this one could be built straight into the next one. They could still, like, instead of this going back here and then getting transported, then it could go onwards, go through this one or around this one into that one. That would be an option, right? That was the green tower. Oh, I told you last week. Okay, thank you. Well, I found it now. It's this one. Yeah, it's just always going in and... But you know, I think it feels like it's getting closer right now. Look, this belt is actually flowing. It's a flowy belt. Look at that. It's not running out completely. And now it's running out. And now it's good again. I think we're very close, but not really. It takes so long time to fill up this, but you can see that it's gradually being filled up here. I saw it just lifting up. Yep, we got lifting up one more. So it just flows further and further down all the time. Slowly but surely. Now this one is going to be almost full, and then it'll be more pushed onto the next tower. There you go, that tower's full. This one's missing 2 more. Not gonna sit here and play by play that one, but just seeing that it works. It definitely gets better. Yes, thank you. Now the other ones are of course starving. That's typical. Local planet. Strange matter. That looks good. Consumed here. Yes. That one. That's weird, right? Why is the production of graviton lenses so much higher than the consumption? That doesn't make sense to me. It's only exporting locally. It's shipping 500 off. How is it shipping 500 off? Nothing is being shipped off planet. So I'm just, this is exactly where it should be. It should be 1800. But the consumption rate is, oh, right, I know. This one is not consuming all of it. All of the stuff that comes in is not being consumed because it goes into buffer here. No, it's not being consumed because this thing here is not working yet. Once this has something, then it'll be consuming all of it. Yeah, it just takes a really long time to actually get it flowing all the way to the end, and then one of the other ones will be starving by then. So once these ones are filled up, I can see that this tower is actually still getting more stuff in. So it should be this, how many more? 2, 8, 10 maybe? Now it's 7. Let's keep watching this and hope the other ones don't fall out, because then once, okay, now it's 4, 2, exciting stuff. There, now everything is consuming. And then we should be seeing, if we look at a 1 minute cycle, here, this is getting very, very close to 1800 as well. Good. Okay, so there was a very reasonable explanation. It was simply that the production was there, but it was just being put into towers as internal buffers in the matrix towers. Yeah, it's huge lab buffers. It absolutely is. So there now, they are really nice. And of course, on a 10 minute cycle, it's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. So that's nice. Now we have the production we want, and of course it's still going to be starving over on the other planet, because this will also again be super unevenly and yeah, so this one will get the next. What about the other ones here? Yeah, now this one is dead. It's just needs smaller buffers here, so they, now this one has to fill up to all of it before the other ones go in. Like 200 plus 200, nothing here. Yeah, this is not working very evenly, unfortunately. There has to be someone said previous. Oh, whoa! What the hell? That looks like an import related issue, so that's totally worth just doubling it. It's really not worth running out of kimberlite. That is such a trivial thing. Yeah, the big uneven builds, big, but yep. I don't want to build the 3 because I don't need 3. I've now doubled what I need. So as soon as this one gets in, the problem here is I think it's not producing continuously, and even if it's producing continuously, then yeah, the buffer thing is definitely becoming bigger problem, especially with like buffers like these. You want to have these buffers as small as possible, but on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. See, now this one is good. This one's crap. This one's crap. It's just, well, that's because this one just the lenses thing just got stuck because of lack of diamonds, even. But the good thing about the lack of diamonds is that now it builds up the internal buffer of strange matter. This thing could use a bit of factorial optimization, like round robin for these kind of things. That would be really beneficial. Oh, Antonio, sorry for missing your good night message. Yeah, gotta go. That's all right. I am also wrapping up my stream here. Sorry that it's gonna be 1 hour shorter than normal, but yeah, I've gotta go out before it gets too late, before I become a pumpkin. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And tomorrow I also have a day off, and then I'll be back with Factorio on Sunday. Expect some, I don't even know if it's going to be Dyson Sphere or Factorio stuff tomorrow on my YouTube, but it's got to be something. Something not Ghost of Tsushima. That'll be sort of running work days, like probably next week, and then it'll be done with that, and then we can come up with with new ideas. So if you have good ideas for upcoming or new games that are just coming out now, then let me know in Discord, in the gaming general thing. Cool. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you for the new patrons joining us tonight. That was very lovely. And let me just check if someone is streaming. Chris is streaming, so let's see if anyone's want to watch some of that. Big Wolf Chris there. And I will definitely save this time for sure. No save Friday. Yeah. Iron Man Friday. Ooh. Actually, I've disabled a lot of things. So that's not the autosave. So that's actually not great that I do this. Cool. Thank you everyone. Good night. Take care. And see you on Sunday.